Hey guys, so today we have a slightly different video. It's probably just going to be this one topic, unless I can fit in just like these smaller stories at the end, because I do want to kind of fit them in somewhere because they're way too small for even a mini tea, but this story's too big that I might not be able to fit it in anyway. Instagram, Twitter, follow me on there, it's a fun time. Also, second channel is about like 11k away from 100k, so if you guys want to subscribe and go and check out the 5 videos that I have on there, then you can do that. It's a really fun time. Anyway, let's get into the video. Today's video is about Suzy Lu. I have been kind of in the loop, kind of out of the loop about this whole Suzy Lu situation. It's getting a little bit of a mouthful. Suzy Lu is she's a British YouTuber. She makes, mainly now she focuses on like reaction style content. I think she used to be a Twitch gamer for a while. She kind of made that kind of content. She's doing like a whole bunch of things. She's on about like 300k, I think she's now got 2 channels, one's for reactions and one's her main channel, but that's kind of the general vibe of who Suzy Lu is. Now, just saying that, it sounds pretty boring, but there is a lot more we're gonna get into. I spent hours today just watching videos and reading tweets and forums and just stuff about Suzy Lu, just to try and figure out everything that's going on behind the scenes, and I still feel like I'm lacking information. I still feel like by the time this video gets edited and uploaded, there's gonna be like 10 more stories about Suzy Lu, because this just does not stop. Her main content right now is her reacting to anime in full, so she will just re-upload a full episode of an anime with minimal reactions, as in the show will play and all she will do is like haha, like there is just no commentary whatsoever. So as you can probably imagine, it's not actually fair use. Like, despite what she will claim, it's not fair use, and I'm gonna get into all of that. So how this started is a few channels made critical content about her, like commentary channels do, and she would every single time try to take down someone's video, whether it was for harassment and bullying, or she would find a clip from her video in their video, which was fair use, and she would do a copyright claim to take the video down. There was different ways she would get around it, and most of the time it was successful, even though we all think that it shouldn't have been. There is some weird kind of a thing going on there with Suzy Lu. She claims it's because of her partner manager. So once you get past, I believe, 100k, you get offered the opportunity to get a partner manager, and sometimes you become successful and you do receive the partner manager because you have to kind of apply for it, and it's kind of a first come first serve kind of a thing. So you either get the partner manager, and then any problems you have with YouTube, whether it's someone, you know, using your content or just an issue with your channel, you can go straight to them, and it's like a more direct form of communication with YouTube, which we know from, for example, the Megan Rinks situation, that communication with YouTube is very difficult. It's not like in a regular workplace where if there is a problem, you're going to go to your manager or a supervisor or someone above them, and you can just have a direct line of communication with someone that can help you out with your issue. On YouTube, there is no such thing as like a manager or a supervisor. You're just kind of in your own space chilling, and a partner manager is basically the most direct route you will have to some form of a customer service, or, well, you're not a customer, some form of a help service that you can get. I've been offered a partner manager like 3 times now, and I've applied every single time the moment I received the email, and not once have I been successful in receiving a partner manager, so I don't actually have that kind of an option. And she's actually got less subs than me, so I don't know if she was like just very quick with applying for the partner manager, if somehow she was more favored than me for the partner manager situation. But yeah, it's really strange. I don't have basically anyone to help me out with monetization or copyright claims or anything else that might come my way, so I'm just kind of on my own. But she does have a partner manager, and that's gonna come into question a little bit later. She would, if she found a video that was too critical of her, or they were saying things that she couldn't necessarily debunk, she would basically hit up her partner manager, and she claimed, this is all stuff that she said, that he or she would take care of it. And by taking care of it, it means take down the video and then not reinstate it once the other person appealed. I don't know how she was able to get around that, or who she has in YouTube other than her partner manager that is able to make these decisions, because it seems very weird that videos that are completely not harassment or bullying, and videos that are basically fair use are getting taken down even once an appeal is put in place. It's just so strange that these things are going through with such ease. There was also the issue of, she would know when a video would be taken down about 20 hours before it was taken down. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, she would file some kind of a complaint, and then she would basically tweet out saying, oh, this is what happens when you bully people on the internet, your video gets taken down, and that would be like 20 hours before the video was officially taken down. So she must know and be sure that these things are going to happen when she puts them in motion, which is really strange, because no one, like not even big YouTubers, once they put down like if like a bigger YouTuber did a harassment claim to take down a video, they wouldn't know if the video is going to get taken down right until the resolution, but she almost knew before the conclusion came around. It was really strange. She has now basically erased everything from her Twitter account, and so has her boyfriend. And the most strange thing is her boyfriend has a law degree, and you'd think with everything going on he would be kind of in the know about everything that's going on, like fair use and copyright and all those things, and he just kind of seems to forget, or you know, it's like willful ignorance, that was called. Like he's just kind of willing, he's kind of just like choosing to forget the information and pretend that everything she's doing is lawful when it isn't. So the first time I came across Suzy Lu was, I think it was the first video that Jon Snow posted. It ended up on my timeline on Twitter somehow. I think someone must have retweeted the original tweet of him tweeting out the video, and I watched it and then it got taken down. It was on like 300,000 views, and he was a pretty small channel before he put those videos out there. He has substantially grown now because of this. Even though the videos were being taken down, he would get enough views to begin with to get more subs, and she's actually losing subs, so karma, I guess. She was warned by everyone, even the people that she was, you know, falsely claiming, they all warned her that she was going to end up getting in trouble for the anime videos. There are over 100 videos of her reacting to stuff that isn't fair use. I'm gonna get into that. People did warn her and she was like, no, this is fair use. And it's really funny when she chooses to use the fair use thing, because when I think it was Jon Snow posted his video, and within like what, a 30-minute video, he maybe used a 1 minute clip of Suzy Lu, and she took it down because she claimed that wasn't fair use, even though it was transformative, it served the purposes of commentary, so on and so forth, all the good stuff. But then when she re-uploads a whole anime episode with zero, well, practically no commentary, she claims that's fair use. So it's very interesting how she manages to spin the law to suit herself. So she, like I said, she claims that she has contacts at YouTube that help her out with all of this, and she was actually she once tweeted out that another YouTuber called Tipster, who has been talking about the Suzy Lu situation, that he was actually flagged with YouTube for harassing another female YouTuber, and apparently YouTube went to her to tell her about it, which never happens. I promise you, this does not happen. If one YouTuber gets flagged, another person at YouTube won't then tell another YouTuber about it, because this isn't like a workplace situation. We're not all in the same building where like gossip and rumors spread, unless she, I'm gonna say this as like alleged information, unless she knows personally an employee of YouTube, like she knows someone that works at YouTube who relays all this information to her and pushes her claims along. Basically nepotism. It's like if she is related to someone or knows someone personally who works at YouTube, then all of this would make perfect sense. The fact that she got her partner manager so easily when other people struggle to do it, even though they have like double or triple the subs she has. The fact that she manages to find out information before they're made public, like someone's video being taken down, another YouTuber being flagged and investigated. Those are things that she shouldn't really know, but she does. So does that mean she knows someone at YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually, before I kind of get further into the video, I'm not going to use any clips of Suzy Lu for, you know, the reasons stated above, because she is probably going to take this video down if I use any clips of her. So this is going to be one of those videos that is just clipless, and you're going to just have to take my word for it, because yeah, I have no way of showing it to you without losing my money or having my video taken down or potentially getting a strike on my channel, and I don't particularly want to take her to court over a video. So yeah, she has all these contacts at YouTube, which is very sketchy to me, because how? Then she moves her content, the like reaction style content, more to Patreon. So now you have to pay a minimum amount of $5 a month to watch her do the same thing, just sit there and stare at a screen watching anime, not really giving any input. Things I have no problem with movie or TV show commentary channels, because I think those are very entertaining. For example, Dylan Is in Trouble is someone who takes a movie, picks out only the funny, important, sad parts, actually gives valid commentary, because he's someone that is very passionate about movie making. I think he said he wanted to work in the movie industry for a while, and he still kind of does. So he will take a movie which is usually about 2 hours long, 1.5 hours long, and the video he ends up with, like the final product, is rarely over 45 minutes, and at least 15 minutes of that is his pure commentary. So he cuts down a movie pretty much by like 2/3 to get to the final product. That is fair use. What you're doing is definitely the furthest thing from fair use I've seen in a while. So yeah, she moves her content to Patreon, which is actually against Patreon guidelines, because they also don't allow re-uploading of other people's content, and this isn't her content. This anime was not created by her, produced by her, it's not hers, so therefore it's not fair use, and therefore it's against Patreon guidelines. And actually, as a matter of fact, she has now taken all content down from Patreon and from YouTube. But the thing is, she hasn't willingly taken down the content from YouTube. It has been taken down by a third party due to a copyright claim, and I'm assuming it is one of the anime companies. So her boyfriend actually makes the same bland content that she does, which is is really interesting for a law student or a law graduate, because he's got his degree now, so he's a law graduate. He makes the same bland content where he just re-uploads anime, except he gets less views. I wonder why. And she also I guess she used it in like a threatening manner in a way, like, you know, when people like mention their lawyers and stuff to like make people think twice about making content about them. I guess once people mention like legal action, most people kind of back away because it's not worth the fight. But another YouTuber called The Quartering, he actually looked up the address of her lawyer's office, and it was a mailbox etc place. So it was basically like a PO box area. So she just took a random address. I'm assuming it was maybe her PO box, and she put it as her lawyer's address, so it's not actually a real lawyer. He called them up just in case, because sometimes there will be one building under one address, and then there'll be lots of different offices in that building. There'll be a lawyer's office, an accountant's office, a PO box, something else. So he called them up just in case. The number was provided, and the person on the other end of the phone basically thought it was a prank. So I think we can cross out the lawyer option here. I don't think she has one, other than her boyfriend, who isn't a lawyer, he's just a law graduate. I don't know if he's ever done any of his like training or anything. And with his like current knowledge of copyright and stuff, I don't think he's done any of his training, at least not in that area of law, probably something else. So she now has started a website for her copyrighted content. So she started posting on YouTube. That obviously started getting a little bit weird for her, so she started posting it on Patreon, and then she took it down from Patreon. It got taken down on YouTube, and now she's uploading it to her website. Now, both of the YouTubers that I mentioned, Tipster and The Quartering, both do amazing research regarding this whole situation, as well as Jon Snow, but Jon Snow kind of makes, I guess you could say, higher quality, lower quantity, whereas the other ones just do like quick updates. I wouldn't say that's like lower quality, but I'm just saying there's like more quantity and it's quicker, snappier content. That's why I'm mentioning them more than Jon Snow, even though he was the original one that was like, you know, pushing this battle. So they found a lot of information regarding her website. Now her website is interesting. She obviously posts the content there, and it's actually blocked in Japan, where the animes are from. Do you see where this is going? Her website is blocked in Japan, so she's hoping that they then won't be able to find her content and claim it as if VPNs don't exist. Wish this was a VPN sponsorship. That would be quite clever. I should really save that for another time. So yeah, it's like she doesn't think they have VPNs over there and they're not going to find her content. But also, she's using very specific server hosts for her website hosts that ignore copyright claims. They basically just don't, they don't do anything about them. For example, YouTube is a website that does copyright claims. They deal with them on their website. Whereas some websites, I believe 4chan had this as well, where like you could upload copyrighted content and the website wouldn't do anything about it, and they wouldn't like help or facilitate someone who was wanting to take down someone else's content due to copyright reasons. So she's doing a lot of sketchy things for her website to try and avoid getting copyrighted, instead of just following fair use guidelines. You know, put some commentary in there. I'm sure, you know, you don't seem like the stupidest of people. I'm sure you have something interesting or valid to say about the anime you're watching. I'm sure not all of it is important to put in the video. I'm sure you could really make this work for yourself if you just tried. But the thing is, it's too much effort, I guess. She was making enough money by not putting in any effort, so why would she do more? I think at some point they calculated before because on Patreon you can have your number of Patreons like public, or you could hide it. At the start she had it public, and then she made it private once these videos started coming out, and I think they calculated that in one of those months she made like 10 grand from Patreon in 1 month, from basically posting copyrighted content. So she's making money off of someone else's stuff. So as much as her website, going back to her website, as much as obviously she can't, it's not YouTube, she's not going to get like a direct copyright claim that she then has to appeal and deal with all of that, because it is her own website, she can still get sued. And the thing is, I recently watched a video, I can't remember who it was by because I don't watch this YouTuber on like a regular basis, but I'll put it in the description. It was a whole video about the copyright system on YouTube and why it's actually not as broken as people think it is, and it's probably the best version that it can be. I know I've made comments about copyright systems before, but once you kind of watch that video, you realize that this is probably the best we're going to get. And it's really sad because, you know, in your head you think of all the ways that you could fix the copyright system, but there's obviously a lot of legal things behind it, and there's just some things that you can't like get around. So I'll put that video in the description. But in that video he spoke about obviously how the copyright system works, and on YouTube, if you re-upload someone's whole video, they will do a copyright claim or a copyright strike, depending on, you know, which way they want to swing. Copyright claim is they either get all the money, they block it in some countries, or they, yeah, I think that's it. get the money or you block it in some countries. A copyright strike is you take down the person's video, you give them 1 strike. If they get another strike within 3 months, they can't upload for 7 days. And if they get another strike within those 3 months, their channel gets terminated. After I think 6 months to a year, your strikes get like erased and then you start over again. That's kind of the system. So, you know, if she had kept on re-uploading copyrighted content on her channel, she risks getting terminated because she uploads that content regularly enough to get 3 strikes within 3 months. Do you know what I mean? Like, the more regularly you upload copyrighted content, the more likely you are to actually end up getting terminated if the companies were to strike your videos instead of copyright claiming them. That's the analysis there. So she does on her website, because her website doesn't have a copyright claim system put in place the way YouTube does, you don't do a copyright claim, you jump straight to getting sued, which actually is more dangerous. The thing is, if she just had kept on uploading on YouTube, the most that could happen is her channel gets terminated. But if she keeps on doing on her website, they have no way to copyright claim her or take down the videos from her website. So what they have to do is sue her, which is very expensive. I mean, if we look back to the Ethan and Gila situation where they went to court for you know, fair use, that cost them, I believe it was like $150,000, $200,000 to get through all the stuff, and it took like 3 years because that's how, you know, lawsuits work. They take ages and they're super expensive. So really, yeah, she's not going to get copyright claimed, but she might get sued, which I think she's in the process of. I think those companies are in the process of like gathering info to sue her, and I just don't think that a 300k channel has enough money to get into a lawsuit with a huge anime company. I just don't think that's possible. So she's gonna have to like take down all her content and probably pay some kind of damages to them if it gets to that, which is unfortunate. Anyway, so yeah, even though her website doesn't have a copyright claim system, it actually makes it more difficult for her because she's more likely to get sued, which is just a more dangerous game to play in my opinion. So if she had just stayed on YouTube, she would be playing like the safer game. Now recently, like I mentioned, if you go on her channel, there was a playlist of all her reaction videos, and if you click on any of them, it will just say that was taken down by a third party due to a copyright claim, which means those companies are now claiming those videos. Now, Suzy Lu went on her twitter.com and started spewing rubbish. I've never used that word before, but I just don't want to swear. She said that those copyright claims were from a troll who was blackmailing her. She provided no screenshots, because usually if that was happening, right, you would go, hi at Team YouTube, I'm receiving false copyright claims from a troll that is now blackmailing me, and YouTube would deal with it immediately, because that is something that obviously they don't want to see on their website, and it's clearly false, right? If someone's like blackmailing you, that's a false copyright claim. So she could have easily provided screenshots at Team YouTube and just got the whole thing dealt with. But instead, she says, I've been blackmailed by a troll, my videos are copyright claimed falsely, provided no screenshots, didn't at Team YouTube, I don't think, and then said that she was appealing all of the copyright claims. There are over 100 copyright claims. To do all of that would take absolutely ages, first of all, but second of all, if 3 of those claims come back that, you know, the person's not agreeing with your appeal, she could get a channel terminated. Or I don't know if she can get a channel terminated due to a claim, or is it just a strike, but I'm pretty sure if some of those come back that the company doesn't agree with her, she won't be able to upload for a week. And there is a lot of content there for them to say, no, we don't agree with your appeal. So this is a dangerous game she's playing right now, because I think she genuinely, I don't know if she's maybe possibly just a big narcissist and she thinks that everything she says goes. And we've seen this as a pattern of behavior. So first it's, oh, well, my definition of fair use is you're not allowed to use clips of me to make jokes about me, because that's not fair use. But fair use is also me re-uploading a whole anime because I can do whatever I want, but you can't. It's a very narcissistic way of thinking that laws almost just like bend to fit your needs when they don't. I'm sorry to say, laws are just for everyone. Unless you're one of the billionaires, and then laws just somehow seem to bypass you. Now, there are like a lot of rumors that I saw in these videos. There are rumors of her being mean to people, harassing people, doing this before, but just to smaller YouTubers that maybe didn't, you know, make videos that got big enough to bring the awareness and the attention to it. But now there's attention on it, so there's, you know, more happening. So there was rumors of her sub-botting, so basically buying subs for her channel, because someone posted a screenshot of her, like, for example, getting 1,500 subscribers one day, but then losing 50 subs the next day, which is a big difference, because if you think about it, not only did she not get the 1.5k again, but she also lost 50. Do you see the difference there? Like, that's a huge jump from day to day. Usually what you see is a gradual drop. So for example, you upload a video, you get 1.5k subs in a day, and then you go 1.2, 1.1, 800, 700, then you post a video again and it goes up, and then you go down. You don't go 1.5 negative 50, because that's not how, you know, you organically grow. So, but obviously there's no way of me verifying that, because it's probably an old screenshot from like when she was starting out. But that's another, I guess, piece of evidence for her being narcissistic. It's the like proving to people that you have more than you have. Even the lawyer thing, proving to people that you have more power than you have. It's a very narcissistic way of going. She might be slightly narcissistic if you ask me. Then she had, there were tweets about false copyright claims for people. So this isn't the first time she's done this, but once again, we can't verify any of this because if we don't see the original tweet or the original video that was copyright claimed and the original video was taken down and the reason for taking it down, we can't say if it was a false copyright claim, if it's just a false story, if it's a fake tweet. We can't really, you know, verify any of that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was true. Then with the same YouTuber called Tipster, he was making videos about this, and he was the one that obviously she said that she received information from someone at YouTube that he was harassing other YouTubers, which she shouldn't have received that information in the first place. And I do think it's false because YouTube has a way of punishing people for doing the wrong thing. If you are caught consistently harassing other YouTubers on the platform, you will get demonetized, you will have your videos removed, you will have a lower CPM than other people, you will feel the punishment, and you know, there won't have to be some kind of an investigation. They will just see a pattern of behavior, they'll see a pattern of like reports or whatever, and then they will deal with it accordingly. So I think this is very like, it's a very strange thing to say because it can be easily debunked. But then he made a video just saying like everything she's saying about him is false, it's a lie, she's spreading misinformation to make him look like the bad guy, when in reality she is the one that's bullying and harassing everyone. She's getting, you know, her fans to come in and hate on everyone, and she's basically reporting people, taking down their videos, copyright claiming them, you know, giving out false accusations of people being investigated by YouTube and whatnot. It's a crazy situation to be in. But anyway, he made a video back just basically saying all of this is false. I've never harassed anyone. If you speak to anyone that's been in contact with me, I've been nothing but kind to them, and YouTube hasn't, you know, punished me for anything other than videos regarding you. It's really interesting because if you went through all of his copyright claims and any of his takedowns, it was all because of Suzy Lu. None of it was by other YouTubers that apparently have reported him for harassment. If that was the case, those videos would be taken down. And also I think she claimed that he was harassing other people on Twitter, but YouTube doesn't get involved in Twitter stuff because Twitter isn't owned by YouTube, so that wouldn't make sense. YouTube doesn't like to get involved in one of their creators' problems on a different platform because that would be like an open door for a lawsuit if YouTube did that. So YouTube just doesn't, you know, get involved in what you do on Instagram or what you do on Twitter because that's not their platform and they don't have to deal with it. Those, you know, don't get any consequences for that. Then there was a situation with another creator called Becky Boom where obviously we can't like verify any of this because we weren't there when it was happening, but there were a lot of tweets from Suzy Lu basically calling Becky Boom fat, or, you know, just making jokes about her looks. Or one time I think Becky Boom said she had some form of an allergic reaction to something she ate, and then Suzy Lu basically mocked her and said, oh, now because of this allergic reaction she's going to go back to eating McDonald's or stuff like that, just making comments about people. Then she also made comments about cam girls and Twitch girls, so she doesn't like the fact that Twitch girls are, you know, wearing like more revealing clothing, or she doesn't think that, she said something about like Twitch girls basically being like cam girls, as if cam girls are some kind of like a subhuman section of the population. I just don't understand the thing. And then she also made comments about when McDonald's employees wanted to get paid more because of, you know, they just wanted to get a raise, and she was like, you know, you don't deserve a raise. And then she just made a lot of weird comments about people that don't, you know, that don't show her in the best light, because yeah, it just shows her a super mean person who thinks they're superior to other people because they make gaming content on YouTube. Like realistically, being a YouTuber isn't some kind of a royalty thing. You're not any better than someone that works at McDonald's, and usually working at McDonald's is like a buy job. Like people usually work there part-time because they're students or they're trying to build up in the company. Most people that are managers at McDonald's started off, you know, being salespeople, being cashiers or making the food. Different people have different routes in life, and I think it's just super strange for her to just send shots at everyone else because of the decisions that they made for their careers. Just, you know, just thing to do. Doesn't make her look like the best person. And that's the story so far. Her videos on YouTube have been taken down. I wonder if once she appeals them they go back, because this has happened before where her videos were taken down for copyright claims and then she had them reinstated even though they were not fair use. So I don't know who at YouTube she knows or what she's doing with them, but somehow she's managing to just get around laws and guidelines somehow. So that's the situation with Suzy Lu. She's not the nicest person from the tweets, but worse than that, she is basically just abusing the copyright system on YouTube and using it to silence content creators that are basically just saying, hey, this person isn't too nice. So that's the video for today. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, anything comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. If I'm not posting on here, I'm posting on my second channel, and if I'm not posting on there, I'm posting on social media, so all of that will be in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.